Hi. Happy Sunday to everyone out there. It is, I think, what day is it? October the 3rd. Isn't that great? 2010. Alright. Um, I had promised to do a video about hair, natural hair, and military, um, females in the military. And I figured what better time to do with it now, since I'm not really doing anything. So, first of all, I wanted to talk to you about um, the regulations and things of that nature. I've had quite a few people send me messages about how they could go about being natural in the military, and most of the people that send me the messages are, people that are getting ready to go to basic training and stuff like that. And I try to tell them, I try to give them as much advice as possible, because I know when I went natural, I was already in the military. I was in the reserves actually at the time, and it was an easy choice for me because like I said, I was in the reserves, and so being in the reserves, you only go to work, you only do army stuff like 2 days out of the month, So I cut my hair any way I wanted to, except for those 2 days out of that month. So it was pretty easy for me, but um, for those that are planning on going natural and then going into training, it may be a little difficult. The whole journey, the whole process of being natural is not as easy as most people think, unless you're like really mentally ready to do something so drastic like cut off your hair. I mean, I know when I cut my hair, as soon as I left the salon, like I walked out the salon, I got into my car and I started bawling. I was crying my eyes out because not because I lost my hair, but because the way she cut it, it wasn't the way I wanted it. It was like I felt like I had this Gumby haircut where I had like just this box right here of hair, and then everything was shaved off. And I didn't want my hair like that. I had grew my hair out. I had grew the relaxer out. I had new growth. I wanted a nice little TWA and all that kind of stuff. She just cut it all off. Just ruined it for me. So it took me. It was a process for me, and I don't know. And I'm not sure how the process was for everybody else, but I gotta say that it's definitely a process, it's definitely a journey. And for that to be a process and a journey, and then to go into military training, which is a process and a journey of itself, it may be a little difficult for someone to try to do both at the same time. So a lot of times I try to tell people to, think about what you're doing before you decide to do it. I mean, if it's something that you really want to do, do you really want to go natural before you get ready to go into training. Now, another thing that I want to cover is just how you will wear your hair while you're in the military. And I don't know the regulations for the Navy and the Air Force and the Marines, but I do know the regulations for the Army. And the regulations for the wearing and appearance of the uniform is Army Regulation 670-1, and it pretty much tells you everything that you need to know, not only about how you should wear your hair, but how you should wear your nails, how you should wear your makeup, and how you should wear your uniform, and all those things into one. So you can Google it. It's really easy to get a hold of a lot of Army regulations. Surprisingly enough, it's really easy to get a hold of those things online. So if you just Google it, type in Army Regulation 670-1 or AR 670-1, it's really easy to look up. But the main thing that AR 670-1 will tell you is that your hair needs to be neat and professional. Neat and professional. I must stress neat and professional because that is what the Army is all about, being neat and professional. With anything, not just hair, but just everything. When it comes down to it, just being neat and professional. Um, hair color, they really don't. The main thing about hair color is that you obviously you don't want to choose a whole bunch of off color hair colors like purple or red or green or anything like that. As long as it's like a natural hair color, then it doesn't really matter if you were born with it or not. As long as it's natural. Now, I will say that certain people, like your chain of command or your supervisors who you work under, a lot of times they like to make up their own rules, and they will say if it's not your natural hair color, then you are not rocking it. So that's another thing that you gotta keep in mind too. There's an Army regulation, and then there's your unit and what they decide. What they decide how they want things to go. So that's something that you gotta keep in mind once you get placed into your unit. But I'm not gonna go into detail about that. But yeah, I just want to cover those few things. Obviously, wearing your hair out like this is really not that acceptable unless you can make your hairstyle like this fit under your hat, which is another thing. Your hair it can't interfere with your headgear or whatever type of hat that you're wearing at the time, whether it be a beret or a patrol cap or whatever type of headgear they decided for you to wear part of your uniform. It can't interfere. So you can't have these big giant buns on top of your head. You can't have a big giant puffball on top of your head and think you can rock that to work, because that's not gonna work if your head is not gonna fit. This hat right here that I'm wearing right now is not fitting over my hair, so obviously I can't wear my hair like this. But one key thing that really matters about your hair is that a lot of times, if the command decides, if they think that it's cool for you to wear your hair like out like this, then that's fine.
But at the same time, you gotta remember that it has to be in accordance with AR 670-1. That's just how it is. Because just because this particular person says that it's okay, it doesn't mean that another person thinks that it's okay. That's a part of another unit that goes by another regulation. You understand? I mean, that's just how the military works. There's a lot of rules and regulations you have to cover, and that's just something that you want to keep in mind. Let's see, what else is there? Hair pieces. You can wear headbands that are at the most an inch wide, like in your head. If you want to wear, I got a couple headbands that that I like to wear, which are like these type of headbands. They're the suction. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, those people. I can wear a couple of these, and I usually wear it during PT hours, which is like the time when we work out or whatever. I pull my hair up in a ponytail and pull this on it, go. But you can wear headbands. You can wear clips like these, as long as it's you're close to your hair color. You can't wear anything that's like flowery or anything that kind of pokes out or sticks out, or no Chinese sticks, nothing like that. Your hair, most females in the military that have a decent amount of hair, they'll end up pulling it back into this really tight bun, or if they have short hair, it's just regular slick. Damn, the military really don't like a whole lot of flamboyantness. They don't like a whole lot of loudness. They want everybody to be uniform, look pretty much the same. That's just something that you gotta keep in mind when you decide to join the military. Yeah, that's all I can think of at this point in time. Now, if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I will answer them.
Remember to check out the regulations if you have any other questions outside of the ones this video didn't answer. There's always regulation. I'm gonna go ahead on and cut this short or cut it off, and I'll probably make another video after this one just to follow up. So, all right, I'm out. Deuce deuce.